How's it going, gamers? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing Risk of Rain Returns. We have a simple objective. We're basically going to be testing out the different loadouts of the Commando and identifying which one is the best to play as. In last episode we unlocked all the skills, so today we're going to be starting out with a bunch of different variations. So let's get into this. Alright, and here we have the Commando. And this is what I mean by his different skills. We can see we can choose Full Metal Jacket, which is kind of the really powerful shot that we do that knocks enemies back, or we can pick the Combat Knife. For the rolling, we can do Tactical Dive or Tactical Slide, and then we also have Suppressive Fire or the Shotgun Point Blank. So we're going to be testing out a few of these different builds and see what Commando has the best playstyle. I think to start off, let's just do the default for everything. We'll see how many levels we can make it into the game. We've got to have a little bit of a baseline to start, you know? And today we're going to be playing as the Green Commando. I know, first time. We go right to a dead end. And the thing that I like about this build is that you can see how easy it is to keep enemies at range like that, and we don't even get any real damage applied to us. So as we go through these different builds, we're going to kind of have to see like the pros and cons of each one. Now, these monuments or statues add an extra boss to the level. So for right now, I'm not even going to bother with that. But this is a really good example of the Commando at range. Like, that guy had no shot at fighting us. And we can go right up here on this tree. That pushback is just so nice. And look, we get right back here, no shot. Gonna wait a second. And both ways we shoot with the R, the suppressive fire. And look at that, I'm just playing King of the Hill right now, no one can touch me. But we really do need to start looking for the teleporter. I have a feeling that it's either going to be down and to the left, because I think this is where we actually started, yeah. So going to the right was a dead end. I believe the teleporter is actually going to be to the left. So let's go and see. Again, this build is just kind of like keeping the enemy at range. So we'll have to see how this stacks up to some of the other builds. That is pretty nice though, just being able to shoot through all the enemies like that and just take them out. We have a large chest. Killing enemies surrounds you with icicles. Let's see what that looks like. Man, that guy did quite a bit of damage. It's always good to have like at least a few items before going into kind of like the teleporter and activating the boss battle. But let's go ahead and give it a shot. So for the worms, you want to just kind of get out of the way. We have the leading indicator, like that, bottom left of the screen, where they're going to come out. And then what we want to do is just kind of dodge that area, and then be moving when they come back down. So here we go. We'll just slide right on over here. Do a little shot. Oh, facing the wrong way. That was not good, that was not good. Just gotta get over here a little bit. There we go. This is going a lot better. Just move out of the way a little bit. And there we go. Those icicles really did save us. We got a little bit of time remaining. Enemies drop extra gold. Not bad. And we do have this chest right here next to us. We might as well go ahead and take that. Just get out of these guys' range. And there you go. This is a perfect example, again, guys, of why the Commando is so good at range. these guys have no shot at hitting me. And I'm just like keeping my distance, hitting them with any of the abilities that I have going on. And even when we get close to like being in danger, we're just able to take them all off like that. This is a really good example of how to play as a commando at range. The nice thing about the dive is that you can't get hit when you do it, so I just dive right past those enemies and no shot, right? So we are looking for the teleporter. We're actually looking for, oh, look at that. We might as well go ahead and drop it down, just try to get it. These guys are always hard. I have not beat these guys yet, full disclosure. Oof. Alright, we just gotta get over here. Oof. And there we go, guys. Not the best way to end it, but what can I say? That was the Commando at range. So you can see how we use the different items and skills that the Commando has. The full metal jacket is easy to kind of keep enemies at range. It pushes them back a little bit, and it applies a nice bit of damage. The tactical dive is useful when enemies start to swarm you and get a little close. Then you can just dive out of their area. And then the suppressive fire is nice because it just kind of pushes multiple enemies away as they get closer to you and stuns them. For this second playthrough, what we're going to do is just change up one of the skills. So everything else will be the same. We have suppressive fire and full metal jacket, but we also have tactical slide. So let's go ahead and see how this build kind of plays out. And for this, we're going to be playing as the Red Commando. Alright, so on this one, we do have the tactical slide. Everything else is the same as our first playthrough. So let's just see how this tactical slide kind of does and how it works on some of these enemies. Right now, we are looking for the teleporter. I would like to test out kind of how this slide does on some of these enemies, but it's a little bit difficult actually. I'm starting to realize it's a little bit different from how it was in the trial. And what I mean by that is in the trial, we actually had a stockpile of a few of these slides. So I thought it was going to kind of be like that, but it just seems to be one slide only. And the little bit of the downside here is you can see it a little bit there. It's like for a second or two, you lose complete control of your character. Like here, let's try to go up here and make this jump, and I can probably demo it. Like you see that, you just slide off, you keep sliding. So let's try to be a little bit more careful about that. I feel like he's a little bit slower too, but that might just be in my mind. Oh, there we go, we found the teleporter. I would like to have another item before we actually start the boss battle here with the teleporter. Let's see. No items. I feel like the hard thing here with the tactical slide is that we kind of want to create distance, so already we're like not really sliding into the enemies while we're shooting. Alright, here we go. That does help us, like, kind of... Oh! Oof! I was talking about how nice it is at range, and then I literally get annihilated. Oh, wow, yeah. This is kind of fun playing with the slide. It is hard, I'm not gonna lie. But, I mean, it's probably just gotta get some used to. give me some time to get used to it, you know? Oh, man. Oh, man, guys, we are so close, 5 HP away. I don't know, I think that's going to conclude the trial for that one, and here's kind of my reasoning. You know, like, the slide is nice and all, but really what the slide helps you do is kind of get closer to the enemy. So I think what I would want is, like, while I'm sliding to the enemy, I would either want this combat knife or maybe this shotgun, right? Because I'm going to be sliding into an enemy. It kind of goes against the Commando's build, right? The full metal jacket, the suppressive fire is all to kind of keep the enemy at distance. And what the tactical slide does is it doesn't really complement that. And what I mean by that is as you slide in and close that distance to your enemy, you're not really going to be looking at pushing them away or suppressive fire at that point because you've already closed the distance. You would want something like that combat knife or that shotgun. And I already know the combat knife and the shotgun make a really nice combo because you can see this. The combat knife does damage, but it also wounds the enemy. And if you think about it, if we wound the enemy followed by a point-blank shotgun blast, that is actually going to be doing a lot of damage to the enemy. This also plays well with the tactical slide because we're going to be sliding in, closing the distance between the enemy, be able to hit him with a combat knife, as we back away, hit him with a shotgun, right? So I think this is going to be a really interesting build. We are going to test out some other builds along with this one, but this is just the fully unlocked skills unlocked from the trials that we did last episode. So let's go ahead with the blue Commando for this one, and we'll just go right into the testing. So again, we're going to be close quarter combat on this build, really testing how we do against the different enemies. This guy is really strong, but it's hard to juggle when a lot of enemies are getting a little bit closer to you. You really gotta rely on, like, the shotgun. And as you guys know, I'm not the best with, like, picking the right way. Like, picking the right way to face while I'm shooting, so the shotgun is a little bit of a struggle to get used to, but it really does have such good damage. So we got a dead end over on this side. So there's nothing really for us over here. Let's go back this way. The one thing you see is, like, when you had the roll, what you would be able to do is just, like, roll right before you hit the ground. With the tactical slide, I don't think you can do that. At least it's not working for me. I'm taking damage every time that I fall from a big height, even if I do the tactical slide. Oh, look at that. There's a cube over here. Shoot. Man. See, that's really how you have to kind of play, is, like, very aggressive. And I was just not getting really the items that I needed to play aggressively, right? Like, when you start playing aggressively, you really need some, like, HP kind of boosting stuff. And all I was getting was increased damage. So, I mean, I really shouldn't be complaining. That's probably one of the next best things to get. But, alright, let's see if we can slide this way. Ready? And I'm gonna go... Oh, no! I was trying to slide into him and do the shotgun. Ready? Oh! That would have been sick. Alright, let me try that again. Oh, that was dirty. Ooh. Alright, let's see if we can find a teleporter anywhere. We still need some items. There's a little container up there. What's this? Offer my life. Sure, why not? Grab this little container, get some health back. I think there's another one over here. Yep, right up here. Jeez, the shotgun is devastating. And most of the time I can just keep them at range with my rapid fire. Boom, boom. Sat them down. Guys, that is crazy. Oh, look at this. We found another. No. Oh, that's the thing you gotta watch out with the tactical slide. That's my one complaint about it, is it gets a little hard to control at the end of your slide. Especially if you're trying to do like a little bit of a jump or anything. But like, it is tough because doing that is pretty sick. Just sliding in there and wiping them out. Alright, let's go down. Where did these guys go? Here they are. This build is quite a bit of fun. Randomly freeze enemies for 8 seconds. Maybe I'll use that once we find the actual teleporter. Oof. Let me just grab that real quick. Ah, I keep using the shotgun. Alright, where is this teleporter at? There it is. And let's just cheese that a little bit. Ah, where am I? Oh my gosh. Jeez. That is tough, guys. Wow. Alright, let's go back. Let's see. I might want to try with this. So now we have double tap, full metal jacket, slide, and point blank. So we have nothing but shots. We're going to be wanting to try to keep a little bit of range so we can use the full metal jacket, push them back. Maybe that will help us get our shotgun fire off. So let's go ahead and test this one. And then we'll kind of take a look retroactively and see what builds were kind of the best and the pros and cons of kind of each skill that we had equipped. So let's get down here. The quicker we find the teleporter, I think the better. That got pretty dang close. Alright, let's get that guy up and running. Nothing really. Oof, that was a decent chunk of damage out of me. $3, wow. Literally Patrick meme, I have $3. Okay, so shotgun gets them weak. Let's see, we don't have enough money for any of that yet. Just obliterate him. Jump, jump, jump. Shoot. See how close we need to be? Nice. And, oh wow, here we go. We found the teleporter already. Let's go ahead, activate it, grab this item. Whoop. Alright, and so the Mega Worm. Alright. I do have a little bit of advice for the Mega Worm. Let's see how we do first. Alright. Just create some distance. So here's what happens with the Mega Worm. The first thing is we can see where it's going to come out of. And then we want to dash right before it comes down. So here we go, it's right here, we're going to dash, but right before it comes down. Easy peasy. It's coming over here. Gonna get some damage in on it, and just slide out of the way. Again, slide. That one was kind of close. Look at all that damage just done right there. Just slide right on out of the way again. Slide, shoot, and shotgun, and dead. There we go. This is a really good build right here, because you see I get that little bit of rapid fire, got missiles firing, and it's just really hard for any of the enemies to close the distance on me right there. Let's go right back over here, get the drone back again. And there we go, guys. Wow, we ended the map with 0 enemies on there. I mean, that's kind of got to say something about this build, you know? I think this might be my favorite one that I've played as with the Commando. The close quarter combat knife is nice. It does a lot of damage, especially paired with the shotgun. But, like, I don't know, I'm kind of just used to playing with this full metal jacket, and it's so nice just being able to go like this, and being able to land my shots on this guy all the way on the other side of the map. I guess the real test is going to be if we can make it past the second mission. I don't think I've ever made it past the second boss, and we're actually here already. We got the Mega Worm again. This time he's doing a little bit better against me. Oh, that's not good. Jeez. We do get a jetpack. Nice. So now I'm just going to test out like the combat knife, tactical slide, and suppressive fire. We're going to see how this one does, and this will probably be our last build of the Commando. So at this point we've probably tested just about all the different loadouts. Let's go ahead and see how this guy kind of performs. Okay. Now the idea here is we're going to want to do the knife, which is the right click, followed by the rapid fire. And so this will probably have the same kind of damage as the shotgun. Oh, we don't have enough gold. Alright, why is there no enemies out on this map? Nobody over here. Alright, so we have to go to the left. We can go ahead and test it out on a crab. Oh, look at that. I say that, but we find this. And dodge it. Man, I don't think that's a very good build. I wasn't a huge fan of that. Let's go back to the main menu and just do a little bit of a recap. Alright, so here are some of my final thoughts. I thought the actual, full metal jacket, really good, paired with the shotgun. Now, this is a great combo. The full metal jacket helps keep enemies at a distance. The tactical slide, you can still slide and fire either the full metal jacket or your shotgun. So this was actually a really good combo. The other one that I liked, believe it or not, even though I didn't do great with it, was the combat knife, tactical slide, and shotgun. The main reasoning for this is that combat knife, when you use it, you also apply that they take a 50% extra damage. And so that paired with the shotgun immediately after is just a crazy combo, and it pretty much brings down most enemies right away. So with that, guys, we pretty much wrapped up all the different builds that we could get with the Commando. Let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite build?